Hi everyone, it's Kevin Magpies YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video I'll be reviewing the round 18 of the AFL season. Now if you are attending Kevin Magpies, welcome, like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, watch this for the first time, like, comment, share and subscribe. Now we've had all the games from round 18 completed, so let's jump straight into it. Now how I do this for those who are new is pretty simple. Is I go through each of the games, go through my opinion, go through my thoughts, and I'll let you guys have your opinions and say as well. Can the Magpies get the job done after losing to the Bombers, disappointing, and the Gold Coast Suns? Or can the Cats continue on their form? Can the Hawks continue on their form in Tasmania? Can the Dockers keep their winning streak alive? Can the Swans break off after two-game... Can the Swans break off their couple games losing streak, or can North Melbourne continue on their role that they're on? Can the Bulldogs bounce back from a disappointing loss, or the Blues make it, or they break that losing streak? Can the Adelaide Crows get the job done at home, or can the Saints continue on their winning streak? Can the Underman D's get the job done without Max Gawn, or can the Bombers show why they're still a top 8 contender? Can the Gold Coast Suns continue on their winning streak at home, or can the Power make it the first loss for the season at home? Can the Tigers defeat the Giants at the MCG, or can the Giants win and be a final 8 contender? Can the Eagles respond after a disappointing week of losing their sack coach in Adam Simpson, or can the Lions get the job done? Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with this game. Collingwood and Geelong, look, 20 points the margin. 13-30, 91, 10-11, 71. Look, I've done the review of that. I was disappointing. To be fair, how can we afford to lose by 20 points when clearly the first quarter, when they kicked the first 3 goals and then we responded and kicked for ourselves, and we only kicked at least 2 goals since then. It hasn't really been like a 3 to 4 goal swing like we normally have. So I don't know what's wrong with us at the moment. I'm certainly not playing like a team that's full of hunger or anything like that, but credit to Geelong where it's due. They played really well. They're in their retro games as well next week, I believe, for retro round. So I think it's great to see what the Cats are able to achieve. I certainly didn't think they would be that good of a side. I thought they would be at least nearly rebuilding stage, but they have proven time and time again why they continue to, no doubt they find these players and they're able to play them and get these kids in, but they make so many tough decisions as well. Now the Hawks got the job done by 13 points, 39-87 to 10-14-74. Now in this particular game, I don't think it says so much about it, but they were 15 points in front in that third quarter, the Dockers, and they look really good. But if you look at the way that 80% disposal efficiency to 76, the only thing that was the difference in the end was the efficiency inside 50, 57% from 24 shots, from 42 inside 50s, from 53% after the Hawks 57% from 53% from 24 shots from 45 inside 50s. Now 42 to 45, that's the difference. But they've had a fair bit, had more disposals, they had more kicks, more handballs, more inside 50s. Free kicks wise, there's one difference, but one thing that the Hawks have done is 52 to 35 in the hitouts. But the clearances were 36 to 31, 10 to 8 centre clearances, and stoppage clearances 26 to 23. So you look at the way that Hawthorn have played, and they certainly have done a really good job. Fremantle got more uncontested possessions, but the way that they had, at least 48 turnovers to 44, to still lose the game would be pretty disappointing. But I think it just shows you that James Sicily played a really good game for the Hawks. He looked like he was struggling, went down forward and kicked a few goals as well. Bruce kicked 2 goals, 1 as well. Did kick 2 goals straight. Child kicked 1 goal, 1 as well. But when you look at the way that Hawthorn played, Nick Watson had 1 goal, 1 as well. You just knew exactly what's going to happen. Sicily had 13 disposals and 3 goals straight. He was struggling in defence, and Sam Mitchell put him up forward as well. So that was a really dominant, really good coaching move in the end, and it worked out really well. The Swans, 79-point winners, 20-18, 138 to 95-59. Look, Northrop brave in that first quarter. That second quarter, that's when they really kicked on a lot more. The Sydney Swans, and they've done a really good job in their Indigenous jumper, and North Melbourne in their away kit as well. That was really good for them to see that. But Logan McDonald kicked 4 goals. Eric Goulden had 41 disposals as well, 2 goals, 3. 31 disposals for Chad Warner. Grundy had 35 hit-outs, 20 disposals, 1 goal straight as well. So they really proved how good they are. And perhaps McDonald to kick 8 goals for between them is remarkable. So they've done what they needed to do. It's a dominant display and a great performance from the Swans. Bulldogs getting the job done by 14 points at Marvel Stadium. 14-16, 100 to 12-14, 86. Now, what a performance. The Dogs weren't inaccurate in that first quarter, but they kicked 7 goals to really 4 goals 2 in the end. They just dominated the second quarter. Patrick reached 200 games, 28 disposals, 2 goals, 1 as well. English had 19 disposals from his 30 hit-outs as well. Pontepelli looked great with 20 disposals and a goal, 1 goal, 1, and Dale had 31 disposals, 1 goal, 1 as well. Jamal Hugelhagen kicked 4 goals, 3 in a great performance. Harry Mackay kicked 3 goals, 2 for the Cats. Charlie Curnow, and I'm going to go into a bit of a rant with him in a minute, but he realistically had 15 disposals, 10 marks, but 3 goals, 7. That's very disappointing in Charlie Curnow as well, and the guy that's meant to be their full forward and 2-time Coleman medalist as well. Look, as much as the Bulldogs have played really well and they defended really well, one thing I will say is, well, Charlie Curnow is a very selfish player. He rather wants to win individual awards like the Coleman medal and not try hard in the finals in the big games. And when these big games come about, you know what you're going to get. So I think with that as well, when you look at the way that these teams are playing, I see it as an opportunity to be unselfish. The times where he just has a pin without lowering his eyes and, going to a teammate inside 50 who's in a better position. He always wants to try and kick more goals and keep that streak going. And when things don't go his way as well, then he finds something to at least kick a go and get that goal streak of 1+ or one goal more, in the game continue. And I think as well, it's not how you should be playing. Your job there is to kick goals, but as being a leader himself, he needs to start showing leadership and go, right, okay guys, come inside 50 here and instead trying to bomb towards me, and because you can tell when the ball goes in there, he's not always going to mark it. But I think it's good to have his teammates to come inside 50, and then that way you can say, right, kick it to him, he's got it, go back, have a shot. And that's the sort of leadership that I want to see from Charlie Curnow. He doesn't show that at all. When you look at the Bontempelli, he shows leadership out there by actions in what he does. If he gets tagged, he's still going to get the ball. He's still going to get a goal. But at least he can show leadership like it doesn't really matter. So you see that from a point of view. And look, they've got North Melbourne next week and they'll probably win that. But that's not the point. The point is that you can't just rely on free kicks, goals on free kicks when he's been held on to. And that's the thing, that they're very soft. You have to work through it. You got to work through contact. If you're not going to mark the ball, get a bit of a push off. Lead up, lead back, and come up again if you need to create that target. Get some separation. Get it over the back. Get your teammates inside 50. Therefore, you're not having to bomb. And you see players loose inside 50. Trust your teammates to take those marks and go back and have a shot. And I think that's one thing that people don't know. It's not like a few people that seen that he's very much going for the common medal. And it's interesting that people don't say, well, he's not going for individual awards, like, I'm full of crap. But have a look on what they did last year in the last game against the Giants. They got him his 2 goals, that he kicked 2 goals straight away. Then he stopped trying. He stopped playing. And it's just like, I won my common, that's it. That, to me, is a very selfish player. That's not a superstar player. That is not how good players go about it. Good players perform well on big stages, whether if it's in big finals or grand finals, you're going to kick your goals. When you're going to be held quiet, there are days you're going to be quiet. Okay, but it's how you can get involved in the game and how you go, okay, give it to this guy, player here who's free, and that way you're not trying to look for, trying to give it to you as much as you can. So I do think that is a worrying concerns for me, that it's starting to happen. We're starting to notice it more and more. So until he starts getting on his kicking boots, and I don't expect him to have 10 shots a goal at all. I'm expecting him to have like 4 shots a goal, kicking 2 goals 2, or 3 goals 1 in that situation. But also, if there is a player free inside 50, you got to give him that ball. Otherwise, what's the point? So that's the frustration, in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure there'll be conferences that would tend to agree that there are some concerns there with Charlie Curnow, because he's already going about wanting to kick the goals instead of being a team player. Like it's good that he allowed Patrick Cripps to have his moment in his 200 game to kick a goal. Okay, great. But do more of that. Don't just bomb away and expect to kick that goal, because you're not always going to kick that. So one thing you need to do, being a leader of a football club, is that you got to show leadership. You got to say, okay, pull the kick inside, and that way, it gives you a chance to get your teammates involved, and playing that role of when it's not your day, when you can't get the footy, get your teammates involved in it, and that way, you're setting up your teammates. It's showing leadership out on the ground. He does not do that. He needs to start doing it, because there's going to be games where he's going to be held like this, and where he always relies on, his one-on-one contests, but he does lose he does get beaten in one-on-one contests as well. The Crows won by 32 points, 10-11-71 to 5-9-39. Look, disappointing for the Saints. I mean, they were competitive up until 3/4 time, but to kick one behind compared to 4 goals won in that last quarter is really disappointing. Now, one thing that we do see as well, that Adelaide St Kilda are very good at restricting the Adelaide Crows, but the problem is they don't score themselves. You have a look here, they have 4 rush behinds. Okay, well, that's something that you that you can forgive as well. But to no doubt, I reckon to take 57 marks, you got to be dominating with those marks. And that they've had 62 hit-outs to 50, so Adelaide have dominated that. Free kick count 29 to 23, but the efficiency inside 50 is 46%. Hand shots from their 9 inside 50s compared to 40% the Adelaide Crows, 21 shots from 52 inside 50s. 64% disposal efficiency to 60, 52 to their 9 inside 50s as well. Disposals 10 plus to the Crows as well. So they need to find ways to have better efficiency when you go forward. But credit to the Crows, they played well. Didn't pick them, but that's what you kind of expected. The D's won by 17 points as well. I thought they were good in during the game. 13-6-84 to 10-7-67. In a game that probably people would have had Essendon to win, considering that Max Gawn was out, but actually made it a lot more easier and unpredictable as well. Now, Melbourne did lose the hit-outs, but they did win a lot of clearances as well. 44-32, 14-11 centre clearances, and stoppage clearances 30-21. So just proves like the hit-outs, you can be down by 16, but if you're not winning the clearances, you're not making full use of that dominance as well. But they've dominated contested possessions, 142 to 135. Look, uncontested, they smashed the Essendon in that department. And they had more disposals, more kicks, more handballs, and more inside 50s as well. But credit to the D's for getting the job done. I thought they played really good. Nick Martin kicked 4 goals from 26 disposals. And I thought he played a really good game for the Bombers as well in that forward half. But one thing that you do often see is the way that Melbourne did play as well. So they've done a really good job. Kozipiki kicking 2 goals and Melsham kicking 2 goals, 1. Certainly no great performance. Turner kicked 3. Van Rooyen had 13 disposals, 17 hit-outs as well. So you know exactly what you're going to get from the Demons when they can kick a score like that. To finally kicking 84 points is great. Then that's the type of performance that you got to have as well. Now the Suns winning by 14 points, 14-12, 96 to 12-10, 82. What a performance from the Suns. They were very good after quarter time, kicking 6 goals straight to 2 goals 3, and they kicked 5 goals 2 in that third quarter to 5 goals 2. So that was pretty even. 1 goal 6 in the last quarter compared to 2 goals 3 in a very good performance from the Suns, and they grow up and actually start playing as well. Wasn't a big lead at all. The Suns were so dominant and so great. Got the job done when it mattered as well. Giants winning by 24 points, 17-6, 108 to 12-12, 84. Wonderful performance as well. Lockie Whitfield had 35 disposals. Briggs had 15 disposals, 1 goal straight, with these 14 tackles and 32 hit-outs as well. Tom Green had 37 disposals as well. And Bedford had a goal with these 13 disposals. Preston was good with 27. Trento had 27 disposals, but he was out of the game as well. But one thing that you do see is Koschitzke kicking 2 goals too, and I thought he was good. But the way that Toby Green can perform, I thought that was sensational. He played a game where he kicked 4 goals straight, 17 disposals, 4 marks and 4 tackles as well. That is a very good game from the Giants as well, especially showing leadership as well. And the Lions continue on their performance. 16-10, 106. That's right, 16-10, 106 to 14-9, 93. West Coast were brave throughout the game. Oscar Allen kicked 3 goals, 9 tackles to Lockie Neal with 34 disposals. But you gotta appreciate with him kicking 2 goals 1 as well. And I thought he was sensational. Danaher went missing a little bit. Kicked 2 goals 1, but he had 17 disposals. But I think because Waterman kicked 2 goals 1 himself, it was that performance that they needed. Oscar Allen kicked 3 as well. And they were a lot more brave and determined as well, the Eagles as well. So Hipple kicked 2 as well. So you got to give the Eagles credit for at least sticking with the Lions, but also the way that you want to play as well. So what a performance, what a win for them as well. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to drop a like and as well as dropping a sub. Let me know what your thoughts are on Charlie Curnow as well. Am I right or am I wrong? Or am I the only one that's noticing him? That especially last year when in big games, in big finals, he disappears as well and he doesn't play as well. Because that's what the big players do. That's what the superstar players do. They play well in finals. That's what separates them from the rest of the players in the competition as well. So until then, drop a like and drop a sub. Bye for now.